The 25th of December, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
Good morning again. Rabbi Shlomo Furst here at Shiva Samanashi. Yerushalayim Kerev Zoom, our second shir. Mr. Brewer, we're learning in the Siman Kuf Nun Hey, Sif Beis. Kuf Nun Hey, Sif Beis. Yeah. Okay. So let's see.
This is volume 6, volume Vav?
No, volume 2. Volume back. Okay, that's okay.
Kuf Nun Hey, you said?
Kuf Nun Hey, right.
Kuf Nun Hey. Kuf Nun Hey. Okay, I see Kuf Nun Hey. But where, an olive?
Base. Sif Base.
Base. Okay, Kuf Nun Hey, base. Kuf Nun Hey. Base. Okay, I see it.
Yeah. Would you like to? No one else is here with us, so you can continue on if you want.
Okay. Kodem she yelech leves hamidrash yuchal leechol pas. Before he goes to the study hall, he's able to eat bread. Shacharis im hu ragil bo. In the morning, if he goes there, goes to it, vitov, I'm sorry, sheyargil bo, and it's good to walk in it.
He should be accustomed to this ragil, right? With toshi ragil bo, he should, right? Meaning he can go kodem she'echle base medrash before he goes to the base medrash. Yochel is able to eat pas shachris, breakfast, if he's ragil bo, if he's accustomed to do that. But toshi ragil bo, and it's good that he should be accustomed to do this.
Okay. So are we talking about davening here, or are we talking about learning Torah?
What do you mean?
It says before he goes to the base midrash.
Base medrash is a base medrash for learning, right? First, he's finished. He's finished his davening. Now he wants to go learn, but he's able, if he wants, to go eat first.
Got it. Okay, Mishnah Berura?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I'm looking for Mishnah Berura, where we are in Mishnah Berura. I'm looking for bet. Mishnah Berura. Here's Aleph. Mishnah Berura. I don't see where we are in Mishnah Berura.
Mishnah Berura is in Sif. There's only one there. It's in Yud Aleph. Tov Ragil.
Good
Fifth
olive.
custom, Yud Aleph.
Ah, got it. Thank you. Um, it's good to be accustomed to this. Kide Amrinan Bigamora, that it says in the Gemara, Shemonim Ushlosha Mine Chalaim Teluyim Bimara. Shmonim is 80, 80 and 3.
Right, it says here, right, that the Gemara says there's Shmoni B'Shloisha, meaning Chalim. There's 83 types of illnesses, sicknesses.
Chalaim is illnesses.
Yeah, Chalaim are illnesses, right?
That are dependent.
Tuluyim B'Mar, which depend on the gallbladder.
Wow.
That are dependent on the gallbladder. V'chulam pas ba melach v'kiton shel mayim shacharis mi vatal ton. And all of them, bread with salt, and something full of water.
A ketone is like a pitcher of water.
A pitcher full of water.
Chakras in the morning.
In the morning. Miva talton. I don't know.
Will nullify them. All those 83 sicknesses.
Wow.
Oh.
So it's saying you eat bread with salt and you drink a pitcher full of water in the morning, and that gets rid of these problems.
Right. That's what's mentioned. That's what they were when they referred to as pas chakras. This is what they're referring to, pas chakras.
Right. Umitzvah lehanhig atzmo b'midah tova v'hanhaga tova lishmor briuso kedei sheyieh bari v'chazak la'avodas haborei yisaleh. And it's a mitzvah to be accustomed to accustom oneself to a good characteristic.
Yeah, well, mida tova means to be moderate. The person should be accustom himself to be moderate, not to be extreme. Person shouldn't. In this context, he's talking about like eating. So when a person's going to be eating, he should be moderate in what he eats. He shouldn't be too excessive in what he eats, or the foods that he eats shouldn't be too rich or unhealthy, nor should he skimp too much.
Hanhaga tova is to skimp?
No, no, it says it's a mitzvah hanhanig atzma mida tov. It's a mitzvah that he should accustom himself to be moderate. Mida tov is moderate.
Right.
Hanhaga toiva, and it's a hanhaga toiva. It's proper behavior. Lishmor briyosov. It's a proper behavior that he should take care of his health, guard his health. It's a proper behavior that he should guard his health. Kadei buri, in order to be healthy, chazak and strong, that it should be healthy and strong to serve a Kadosh Baruch Hu, his creator.
Ah, okay. In other words, a person shouldn't just say, Hashem will take care of me. He should take care of himself, health-wise.
Right. And the right.
Okay, where do we go now?
Okay, so that's if the Sif base. 1 second. Right. Okay. That'll bring us to Kuf Nun Vav. Kuf Nun Vav.
Kuf Nun Vav. Back in the Mechaber.
Yes.
Achar kach yelech la sakav dechol Torah she'ein ima melacha sofa betela v'goreres avon. So afterwards, he goes. What is la'asakav?
His activities, his business activities. Meaning we just finished after after he finished davening. So then in Kuf Nun Hey we were taught he should go from the Beit Knesset, from where he davened, to the base Medrash, right? And then after he finishes learning in the base Medrash, afterwards he should now go to his activities, whatever they meet. Whatever it might be, whatever activities he has during the day to take care of.
That all the Torah that is not with him, his work in the end is nullified. What's Goreretz?
Because he said after he learns in the base measure, he should go to his daily activities. Why the kol Torah she'ein ima malacha soifer lebatala v'gores avon. That if any Torah that is without, which is just lacking ima malacha, is lacking some type of work, soifer in the end it'll become uh, nullified. The Torah learned will not be remain with him, and it's going to cause him to sin.
So Goreretz is his cause.
Cause, right? It'll cause sin. It'll goreres soifer batala v'goreres avon. It'll cause him to sin.
So notice if he just learns all day and he doesn't do any work, it's not good. He's going to sin.
Right. This is all in the time of Chazal. Chazal, they didn't have koilulim that would pay as we do today. Now that we have koilulim that pay people, that they can learn and get paid. So now this doesn't apply in our time. This was applicable when, if they didn't do something for their livelihood, they'd be destitute.
Oh, and that's the reason that it causes him to sin, because he doesn't have any money.
Right, as it says, Kia Oni, that's the next part of the Mechaber. Kia Oni.
Ki ha'oni ya'avirenu al das kono.
Right.
Because a poor person, what is ya'avirenu?
Right. Well, actually, Oni is poverty. Since poverty will cause a person to transgress from Avera. Avirenu al das Koni will cause him to transgress the will of his creator.
His creator. Interesting. Okay. So it's not that you need to put your learning to into practical application. That's not the principle here.
What I'm not sure what you meant. What can you clarify the way you're stating? I didn't follow your statement.
I was thinking that when it said that if he doesn't combine his Torah learning with work, and that in the end it will be nullified and cause him to sin. I was thinking that it was saying that because he's not putting his learning into practice in the work world, that his learning would be nullified. But
Uh,
hearing you're saying that's not it. It's just a matter of if he's too poor, his learning will be nullified.
right, right. Yeah, right, exactly. What you're saying is that there's a Mishnah. We discussed this a bit when we learned the Mishnah. Kol chachmasoi meruba al ma'asav. Anyone whose wisdom is greater than his ma'asav, ein chachmaso miskayemis. Anyone whose wisdom is greater than his behavior, then his wisdom will not be just endure. And call a ma'asav gedolim chachmaso miskayemis. And anyone whose behavior is more than his wisdom, then his wisdom will endure. So one of the explanations of what this Mishnah in there in Avis is talking about is a little bit what you were just mentioning, that a person, what because the question is, what does it mean that a person's behavior is greater than his wisdom? Usually, people can't do more than they understand, right? So the understanding, one of the shatim understandings of what the Chazal is teaching us is that when a person has a lot of does a lot of things, a lot of deeds, that's the expression of his wisdom, right? So his wisdom is being expressed through his behavior. So a person who has a lot of um, opportunity to do various different things, that's going to give him the experience he needs to know to test out his wisdom, and then that wisdom will be tested and tried out and found to be true or not. So therefore, that type of wisdom is going to be endure. Whereas a person who's great in wisdom, but has a minimal amount of behavior to back that up or to complement that, so he doesn't have that advantage of having his wisdom tested in so to speak, in the real world, so to speak. Right. So that's a little bit more like you were just saying now. But this, as you said, yeah, true. This is a little bit different. This is simply the fact that if a person's simply going to be learning and he's not going to have any means of income and therefore he's going to be destitute, that's going to cause him to be in a situation where he's going to be as the Yavral Das Koine, come to Has Shalom. He may come to steal. We'll see. The Mishnah is going to go into this a little bit in detail. There's a Bir Alaka also we can discuss as time goes on. As Hashem, we'll see if we can't get to that as well.
Where are you quoting from in Avos that you just quoted?
Avos, I believe it's not, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's in the, I'll tell you in a minute. Hold on. One second. One second. I believe it's in the third parak. 1 second. Yeah, it's toward the end of the third parak.
Thank you. Okay, so umikol makom lo yaseh melachto ikar ella arai. in any case, he should not do work basic work except, what is this word, awry?
Awry means only in a temporary fashion, not in a fixed set, right? That mikomakom lo yasa malakto awry.
So he shouldn't do
Right. So
he
again,
shouldn't make the work very important in his life.
by the primary, mikomakom lo yasa malakto ikar. Nevertheless, right? Nevertheless, he shouldn't make his malacha ikar ela awry. It should be temporary. It should be on a temporary basis. With Torah kever should be the Torah should be the kever should be fixed. V'zeh b'zeh miskayim biyado.
And this is established in his hand.
Yeah, I mean, if he's going to make the Torah the kever, the ikar, the primary aspect. Remember, we not so long ago we learned the truth from Moshe on this subject about the Bachram wanting to go out and become doctors and other lawyers and other
Right.
highly intensive professions. Remember, Moshe was very strongly against it. That's a reflection of this macabre as well. The person wants to become a professional, so it's impossible, absolutely impossible to fulfill this shulchan aruch. Right? It's impossible. The person could entertain the notion of becoming a doctor, a lawyer, or any type of a professional, or even entering into any college program and making his malacha awry and keeping the Torah the ikar. It's impossible to do such a thing like that. So
a person can become a professional and still be frum.
what do you
Because
mean by proof?
there are religious doctors and there are religious lawyers or architects or
What do they mean by frum?
religious. They're keeping all the mitzvahs.
Well, that's not what it's talking about here. You have to make the Torah, the malacha awry. How many hours a week do they work?
I don't know. I mean, it depends on the individual. There are some people who, when you're becoming a doctor, you have to work a lot of hours.
So they're over there. They're not mekayim the shulchan aruch. So it's a big shadow if they're from. Not mekayim the shulchan aruch. It's a big question if they're from. So
Can you, Rabbi? Can you state what I can't hear what he's saying. I only hear your side of the conversation.
no. So Hanukkah was wondering about people who are they're called from people, but they're professionals. So but it's impossible that they could be considered to be fulfilling this mechaber. The mechaber says they have to make their malacha awry, and their Torah has to be the ikar. So as we learned, remember what we learned in Reb Moshe. Moshe was very strongly against the notion that a person can enter into any type of a college program and remain in a situation where his Torah is going to be considered to be primary.
What if somebody goes to
I see.
By you?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Or Turo, something,
I mean, there might be again the choice of that's the Rav Moshe we learned. The choice of profession is very again. You have to if you don't have emunin b'tochen, if you don't believe that a Kadosh Baruch Hu gives you the parnasa, right? So then a person's lost. There's no need that they have to sacrifice their Torah and their ruchnius for the sake of a profession. There's no reason why a person has to become a doctor, has to become a lawyer, has to become a professional. Hashem's going to give them when it comes to parnasa, the key of ishtadlus is the bare minimal. That Kadosh Baruch Hu will allow a person to become self-sufficient and leave it at that. There's no need to be overly intensive in trying to find a profession. There's no need for that. As Rav Moshe pointed out, a lot of times, what's motivating people? They want to become a doctor or a lawyer because they're interested in the prestige of the profession, and they're not interested in the prestige which they would get from Torah.
Right. Or if that person who wants to help people.
Let the goyim become doctors. You can goyim are very proficient in helping people, and the biggest help that a person, if a person really honestly wants to help people, they should be learning Torah. That's the thing that we just learned there. What's mekayim the oilam? What's brisi rom b'layla? What's keeping the world going? Torah. And people are learning people during learning Torah yom b'layla and Torah Shabbat Peh. And that's what we learned previously. We learned it's impossible. A person cannot, if he's interested in oisher with tanug, a person's interested in wealth and he's interested in pleasures of this world, he's not going to be able to learn Torah Shabbat Peh. So they're interested, people are interested in oisher with tanug, so they're interested in professions that will supposedly give that to them. But what they're doing is sacrificing their own ruchnias, and they're actually not helping Klal Yisrael. They're doing a disservice to Klal Yisrael. I think we just went over time.
Yeah, we're over time.
Okay, so we'll review the Machaber tomorrow, and we'll start with the Mishna Berura, and there's a Berura to see on this point as well. Okay, very good.
Thank you,
for joining
Rabbi.
us.
Okay.
Hashem.
Shkoyach, Lou.
Baruch Tiyeh, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.